Right, let's do an exam question walkthrough on Pythagoras. You will have done this in school, but let's do a slightly more complex one that involves transposing a formula as well. So we're calculating the missing side in a right-angled triangle. Let's have a look at a question. So we can see the triangle on the left-hand side there, and we're calculating the length of the missing side of this right-angled triangle. Okay, so let's write down the formula that we know, the original one, the Pythagoras formula here. So we know that c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Nice simple one. Okay, so let's label these a, b and c on our triangle. We know, don't we, that c always has to be the hypotenuse, the longest side here. And then it doesn't matter which way round we label these now, doesn't make a difference. Let's do a as this one and b as this one. Okay, so we do not know a. This is the one we're trying to calculate. So here it is, our formula, and we're trying to find out what this value is. So we know from practicing transposition that in order to find out this value, as long as we've got the value for b and c, which we do, b and c, we should be able to transpose this, make a squared the subject of this formula, and then we can just input our values and do the calculations down here. So let's try and transpose this. So a squared we want as the subject. So let's do the opposite of minus b squared, the opposite of plus b squared, which is minus b squared. Same to this side, to balance the equation, minus b squared. That's going to give us this. It's going to give us c squared minus b squared is equal to a squared. Cool. So we've done it at that point. We've transposed the formula. We've got a squared as the subject. So that's the one we want to use just there. Right, perfect. Let's put some values in then and make this work for us. So a squared is equal to, what have we got? C squared, so 35 squared minus 21 squared. Okay, which is equal to what? So 35 squared is 1225, and we're going to minus 21 squared, which is 441, and that's going to equal 784. So what's this 784 mean? This 784, if we write these them, is a squared, isn't it? So what do we need to do to the 784 now in order to find just a on its own? We need to find the square root of 784, don't we? So the square root of 784 is equal to 28. So 28. So are we there now? Yes, we are. Because look, we can now just put on 28 meters on the end of this, and what we've worked out now is that because we knew that c squared, which is a hypotenuse, is equal to a squared plus b squared, all we've done is transpose a formula around. So a is a subject because that's what we were looking for to calculate a, the length in meters. So we transposed it nice and easy, minus b squared on this side, minus b squared the other side. That was our balanced equation once we've transposed it. And then we've just put values in them. So a squared is equal to 35 squared minus 21 squared. Okay, the next line is just simply the same thing again. 1225 is 35 squared and 441 is 21 squared. Minus that gives you the value of a squared. At that point, you're not obviously right, you need to get the square root of that number. And then you've got your answer there, 28 meters. Perfect. And you can do the same thing if you're looking for b, just transpose it so b is the subject and do it that way around. Practice them because they'll definitely be on your exams.